Today, I'm going to give you 5 essential classic rock riffs that will be fantastic to build on your technical foundation of your playing. That's quite a lot there, but these songs are really fun to play. It's the best way to learn anyway, is just learning songs, learning riffs. And you're going to do that right here. And most of these songs, I do have tabs to them in the 16 corner tab library, which is in the link below. So you go ahead and grab that if you need to. And also for each song, I'm also going to be putting a link right up above there somewhere where you will also have access to learning the actual song that I'm talking about. Because really all I'm going to show you is how this is going to help your technical foundation, and then you can go in there and learn the whole song if you want. So the first one I'm going to show you is Dreamline. And there's a few things that this is really good for exercises. One, we're going to learn some finger independence using these 3 fingers, okay? So the fingers are going to be moving independently, while the middle finger is going to stay anchored. This is the second technique, an anchor finger. Now that works really, really good for chord changes, but it can also, as you can see here, work really good for leads. I guess you can call this a lead, some kind of lead or a riff. Just keeping this middle finger here while everything else sort of revolves around that. And then the third thing you're going to work on is your muting on your right hand. So as you can probably hear, it's not wide open like this. The hand is moving a little bit over. You're going to bring the side of your hand over, just a little bit over those strings. Not too much. Just so you get a little bit of sound, but not a lot of sound so it doesn't ring out. So all these things you can practice just with this lick. You can practice your anchor finger and finger independence. Those are the first 2 by moving your fingers around while keeping that middle finger there and working on the muting. And by the way, as an added bonus, this whole entire thing is down picked. So if you're used to always doing alternate picking, which isn't a bad thing, but this is one where you want to do the entire thing. This next one is really super fun. This is Life in the Fast Lane by the Eagles. So there's a couple of things you're going to want to look at when you're doing this riff. So here's how it goes. So on the right hand, it's mostly alternate picking, but there's times you're going to switch over to a down picking. So you're going to kind of mix those things up. Here's your alternate picking, and then here's, and those last 2, I'm going to down pick. Sometimes you could actually do these last 3 as down pick. And it'd be just fine. So this is where you're mixing up the picking techniques, where I'm going alternate and I'm doing just down. Now also, you would hear later that this song plays that exact same lick, but we're going to play it an octave up. So here's where you can try to play something down here and play the exact same thing higher up. And your picking is going to be pretty close to the same as what you did lower here, but you're going to mix that up a little bit more, where you're going to have, right, those last 2 I'm down picking, and then the other ones are all alternate picking. And then there's a little hammer on too. You can just kind of throw that in as well. So give that a try. A lot of fun. Okay, this next one is Lights by Journey, a wonderful song to play on guitar. It's an oldie but goodie. It's definitely over 40 years old, but it's a really wonderful song. It was really big back in the day. It sounds something like this. All right, just starting off right there. We're doing a lot of things here that you can practice on. It's a very bluesy sound, very, very bluesy sound, very laid back. It almost still sounds a little bit like Hendrix, like something Hendrix would do. And you're basically using like a lot of stops. You're using multiple notes. Now I know that could be a chord, but you're kind of combining this stuff now. So when we play this, right, you're doing a chord, which is actually these 2 notes, and you're going to hammer on here. So it's a chord hammer on. Right? And then you're going to go to this B minor. Now here's a really cool one. This is when you're playing a bar chord. This is behind a B minor bar chord. But what you're going to do, you pluck the first 3 notes here, which is kind of like the power chord version, and then you're going to go up 1 more on the G, but then you got to raise your little finger and do a pull off to the bar chord. Right? This isn't just a single note, we're pulling up to the bar chord. Great work you can do. And then you go back to the beginning. And then down to the A. Now here, we're going to do a lot of these little pull-offs on the B string to each of these chords. So the first one is an A. This is the A major chord. Then you're going to go B minor 7. It's really difficult sometimes sometimes we tend to want to mute that. So you want to make sure it sounds really, really clear. And then you got to do this pull-off, little finger to the middle finger. See that right there? I lifted the other finger up so you can see it right here. So this can be really tricky, but this is going to work on your strength, your finger strength for one, and working on that pull-off in a very unique situation between these two fingers. And then the C, same thing. We're doing that pull-off thing again, where we're doing a C major chord and pulling off right here on that B string. And then you finish off with a little slide, right? You slide into that 9th fret over here on the A, and then you're going to bar the middle 2 strings over here on the 7th fret. This is a wonderful song to practice a lot of those techniques that you can eventually take on to so many other songs. Oh, this one's really sweet. This is Tom Petty's Breakdown. So you probably have heard this somewhere, no matter how old you are. You've heard this song at some point where you got this melody going. This is really a beautiful use of melody and just getting acquainted with just almost like a singing quality to that lead, right? Because a lot of lead licks is really similar to how a vocalist would sing their lines. So that's what you're doing here. You can almost hum it if you can sing it, right? It's got a lot of vocal quality to it. So a couple of the techniques that you can work on this one is mostly on the left hand. You can work on hammer-on. So this is where we're going to pull off here, and then we're going to do a lot of slides. And also make sure that you're using the right fingers for this one. You don't want to just sort of pick fingers at random. Know your positions. When I say knowing your positions, this first lick here, my finger is sitting here in what I call it the 8th position. This is 8th fret. So where my pointer finger is sitting, right? And now I'm going to shift where my pointer finger now is on the 7th. But after I do that slide, I don't want to bring the pointer finger here, so I'm going to use a different finger, my middle finger. And now you can do a double note to a single note. All of this is in that A minor pentatonic. So here you can work on a hammer and pull off. You can work on your slides and your finger positionings, proper finger positionings. And I think the most important thing is to understand the concept of melody. When a guitar part just sings, that's what you want to achieve here. This is a great little practice routine. There are so many Rush songs you can use for this, and I've got other videos in my library here that'll just show you exercises that you can use that are Rush riffs. I mean, there's so many of them. This is closer to the heart. This one's a little bit different than some of the others I've shown before. So what we're doing is we're sort of playing an arpeggio, but we're doing a couple of very unique things here that could be really beneficial to you, okay? So looking at the left hand first, this is actually an A2 here. So it's like kind of like that A chord here. If you look at that bar chord, it looks like this, except we're using the open B. This is another one where you got to do a little stretchy thing. You saw I got to move my pointer finger over here. So that can be a little stretchy if you're not used to it. All right, so you're going to go from here to here. See right there with the pointer finger moving over. And then we're just down, up, up, down, up, up. This is where we're incorporating notes with that chord. Then every other time that beginning, you're going to string skip. Here's a practice here for you too. Practice your string skipping. So the first time is just the first, second, third strings, right? The second time, he's picking the G and the D string, keeping this chord the same. But it's only the beginning. And then everything else is the same. And then you repeat that. So you're kind of mixing up the picking pattern, which is really, really useful. And then you just take this down the neck, and this is just practicing arpeggios within a chord. So down here, the picking is fairly simple, which is good if you're just trying to practice this, right? You haven't done this type of picking before, but it's really, really useful for a lot of songs that you'll be playing where you're gonna have to mix up the chords. You have to mix up, you have a chord shape, but have play a picking pattern behind it. And then you just have this final strum. So you have a little strum, pick, very useful technique also. So this is another great one. Plus it's just a lot of fun to play.